The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, The Boys' Island Adventure. Narrated by Martina, Ingrid, and Juwan.
That day, Tom was very depressed. He thought no one cared or loved him. When he looked at his comrade Joe Harper, they were two souls with a single thought. Joe had been punished for eating a cream he never knew about, so they both made a plan to escape.
They had planned to make Huckleberry Finn at midnight on a riverbank where they would sail off. When they got there with stolen food and provisions for the journey, they got in their little raft and went to their positions, Tom in command, Huck in the raft oar, and Joe at the forward. Then they departed,
feeling like real-life pirates. At 2 o'clock, the raft had finally made it to the island. They built a fire, then cooked some food. After eating the food, the boys talked about how jealous and how awesome it was to be in the island. While smoking their pipes, they kept on talking about pirates when they soon fell asleep with their pipes falling from their hands. While thinking, was running away the right thing?
In the morning, the boys looked and touched the animals, and after that they started praying and chasing each other in the water. They looked at their raft going away, which didn't bother them. The bridge between them and civilization had fallen.
After eating breakfast, they went out for adventure. This happened every day. Eating, fishing, swimming, hiking, and repeat. After some time, the sense of being lonely came back. But none of these boys were brave enough to say they were homesick, at least not yet. When one day, men came looking for them, but they didn't know that until they signaled that someone had died. But then Tom finally understood that those signals were for them. They thought they were the ones that died. The boys felt joy. They were missed. They wanted to find them. The tears and memories of unkindness were for the three lads. That night, Tom secretly went out to visit his home, a stealthy visit. When he got there, he spied on his aunt, Mary, his sister, Sid, his half-brother, and Mrs. Harper, which was Joe's mom. And he heard so many wonderful things about them, he couldn't even believe it.
Later, Tom went back with Huck and Joe where they were waiting for him. While getting breakfast, he told them about his adventure. Shortly after that, Joe wanted to go home, but Tom wanted to convince him to stay. He couldn't change his mind and left.
And after that, shortly, the boys left, convincing Tom and the others to go back home.
The next day, people went to the church. Becky, who was mean to Tom, repented for not being good to the boys. Then the ceremony started being held for the boys, when everyone suddenly saw the church door open and the three boys were standing there. They had listened to their funeral, and it was a miracle for everyone in the church.
So the boys were all hugged and kissed. Then the boys stopped feeling homesick. They were finally home.